Hi Cancer, this is your mid-July 2017 reading. Just a reminder that this is a general reading and will likely not resonate with all of you out there because there are a lot of Cancers that watch these videos. Just for a better idea of what mid-July may have in store for you, you could watch your moon and rising signs as well and either figure out which of the three resonates most or combine all three for a bigger picture of what the last 2 weeks of July will be like for you. For this reading, I am using the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti and the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. So Cancer, let's see what mid-July has in store for you. The bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So to start off with, we have the Death card. And it's paired with the Page of Cups. So it looks like there might be a transition here. Perhaps some of you are looking to change careers. Maybe you've been applying for jobs that aren't necessarily in your field of experience or study. But it does appear that there's going to be a change. And I think that it's going to require you to step out of your comfort zone. Maybe there really are no jobs available in your field, so now you're trying to apply for something different, hoping for the best. And I think you're going to get news about this toward the end of July. The center of things for the last 2 weeks is the Ace of Wands. And it's paired with the Knight of Swords. So at the center of this reading, the basis for the last 2 weeks of July, we have the start of something. So again, for me, it really feels like this is career related, especially with the Knight of Pentacles being on the bottom of the deck. Now with the Ace of Wands, it's the start, it's a passion thing, and I don't feel as if this is going to be necessarily a career change for you. This feels more job related. So maybe this is something that you're thinking of taking until there's an opening in your field. But I do feel as if this is going to really activate a new thought process for you. Again, I don't think this is a long-term solution for you, but I do feel that this is really going to activate some different part of your brain and of your being. There's going to be some passion ignited, we'll say, a different way of looking at things that you're going to apply to the rest of your life as well. And I think that it's really going to adjust your way of thinking. Then we have the Temperance card, paired with the Queen of Pentacles. So you do have a lot of people involved for the last 2 weeks of July as well. It's going to be really a balancing act. If there are some of you that have been on maternity leave or you've been out for unemployment or disability or something where you have been out of the work field, I feel like this is going to be a time of rebalancing your life. I think there's going to be really a new thought process needed for you to kind of separate your your career or job from your family life, or trying to get your finances in order when you've kind of got used to living on less, or maybe you were overspending when you were off work or something like that, and you're going to have to try to balance it again. But with the Queen of Pentacles here, it although this is a general reading and could be male or female, I do feel that it is more female energy. So your boss may end up being a female, and it could be that you're taking on a contract for someone that's going on maternity leave. And this could be why this is a short-term solution for what you're going through right now. The people that are involved here, we do have the cups, the swords, and the pentacles. And it does progress from page, knight to queen, and then we have another knight on the bottom of the deck here. So there are definitely people coming in that may not necessarily have a role in your life besides to bring news of this, to bring an opportunity. Maybe this is a friend of a friend that's going to say, hey, I heard of an opening at this place, and you're going to step outside of your comfort zone to do this. Maybe you're working with a placement agency, so this person doesn't have a major role in your life, but for the time being, for probably the next year, this person is kind of playing a lesser part in your life. The transition with the balancing, I feel like it's going to go fairly smoothly. I think that you're going to step into this new position and it's going to be a little easier than what you thought because it is so far from what you do. I feel like you're kind of in the public eye, for some of you anyway, whether it's on television and on radio, in media of some kind. And I feel like this position that you're taking is not necessarily in that field. It could be a reach to be in that, like maybe there's some kind of public relations job that you're taking and you're going to have to do some writing for someone in media. So there might be some connection that way, but I feel like this is a step away from what you normally do. So again, this balancing act is going to have to come in during this transition period. I don't know that the job is going to start at the end of July, but I feel like you're probably going to get an offer or an interview at the end of July, and it's going to go from there. Again, I'm going to say that this is going to last between 9 months and a year for you, so this is not a long-term job or opportunity for you, but it's going to help you out. Okay, I'm going to pull a few cards from the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards for some clarification, validation, or additional information for you. Okay, so the first card that came up is Isis, past life. And although this is, the words on the card say the situation involves your past life memories, and I don't really feel that those words apply to you necessarily. What I'm getting from this, and what's really standing out to me, is that you are going to be put in a situation that is almost tranquil. Like it's such a departure from what you've been used to. If you've been home looking after kids, for instance, and it's been really hectic, or you've been off on some kind of medical leave, I feel like going back to work or changing some daily routine for you is going to bring a lot of calm and peace to your life. So, whatever this transition is, it's good for you. It's going to bring an opportunity for you to move forward and actually have some solitude. Next card is Kuan Yin, which is the compassion card. And the message on here is to release judgments about yourself and others. So this may come in where you're taking a job that isn't necessarily something you would normally do or choose, and you have to kind of let go of the fact that you don't feel that you are one of these people. For instance, I'm not saying that this is for everybody, but maybe you're going from, like I said, working in the media in some way to going and serving in a restaurant. So, although it's not something you would ever do normally, this is really going to open your eyes to new things and new ways, and it's going to be really good for you. Again, this isn't for everybody, and that's just one example, but I do feel as if there's a part of you that feels like, no, I can't really do that, but you're going to. And finally, we have Butterfly Maiden, which again is all about transformation. And it's about the huge transformations that are occurring. You're probably going to get an increase in energy flow. You're going to be a lot more optimistic than you've been lately. And I feel that by taking this opportunity, stepping out of your comfort zone, that more opportunities are going to come for you. Remember why you're making this transition, and also remember that it is a short-lived thing. And if you are going into an industry that is not one of your own, maybe you're going to take your experience back to the field that you're in. And for instance, if you write for a magazine or a newspaper, maybe you'll do an article or a story on what you've learned through this process. I feel like this is going to take you a step further in your life and in your career field by doing this and learning these new skills. So, Cancer looks like a big month for transformation for you, especially the last 2 weeks of July and into August are going to be the start of something really big for your life within the next 2 years. So, again, this is short lived. This new job might last 9 months to a year, but going forward, it's going to have an effect and an impact on what you do in your daily life. If you would like a private reading, you can email me at traveler with 2L's1230@gmail.com or leave a message in the comment section and I will get back to you. Otherwise, I hope you have a fantastic end of July and I'll see you back here in August.